Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Alchemy Event, 7th Alchemy Event, 4 years, alchemyevent.com. And my name is Saeed David Farman, March 24th. Time for punctuation is 12 and 16 or 17. We welcome everybody across the world who will be watching this on DVDs later or live stream. And we have a great guest today, Mr. Andrew Basiago. Welcome to Alchemy Event.
Thank you, David. Good to be here.
Time. And a few years back, we had a great event with you, and the first event, like a second event. So I welcome you and would like to ask you what's the latest about your researches, whatever you would like to talk about.
Well, today I'm going to be addressing the second secret defense technical project that I was involved in. I had served as a child in DARPA's Project Pegasus in the early 70s. I had gone public with my account, including 3 appearances on Coast to Coast AM, when somebody who was a colleague of mine from the early 1980s, William Brett Stillings, approached me and said, "Wait a minute, you're missing something." And I said, "What?" And he said, "Everything we did together in the early 80s. And I said, you know, when I went public with my information, people were always saying, look, just as an ordinary function of human memory, you're not going to be able to go back and remember everything that happened to you. And in fact, I was speaking earlier about the fact that I had had 2 long conversations with Bill Ryan and Carrie Cassidy when they were still working together as Project Camelot in January of 2008, and I told them everything about what we were doing in Project Pegasus when I was a child. I then went on and wrote my paper, The Discovery of Life on Mars, based on NASA image PIA 10214, which was published in December of 2008. And then I went public on radio and then TV about my time travel experiences. And when I was approached by 2 fellow participants, first William B. Stillings and then Bernard Mendez, about the Mars Jump Room program of the early 80s, in spring of 2010, Brett contacted me, and then in the beginning of 2011, Bernard contacted both of us. I realized that I had been amnestic about everything that happened when I was at UCLA, right here in this city from 1980 to 84. In fact, the Mars Jump Room is right within a stone's throw of this location. It was at 999 North Sepulveda, right there near the airport here at the corner of Imperial Avenue East and West and North Sepulveda. Mm-hmm. And
was it a Hughes Corporation?
There was a Hughes connection. That building, you may recall, now it has sort of that California look. They sort of opened up the skin of the building, and you can see people walking along the hallways and so forth. In those years, it was just a simple Bauhaus-styled office building of that era. It could have been from suburban Virginia. You know, it had basically tungsten steel siding with blue windows, if you may recall.
And they usually use these, like we hear, they use elevators in Las Vegas casinos that suddenly the elevator goes underground.
I don't know if those are in Las Vegas, but they certainly could be, because in the early 80s, the elevator to that building at 99 North Sepulveda was the jump room. We would go up to the 5th floor, wow, check in, give our name, our date of birth, our social security number, and a signature, and then get back in the elevator and would go up to the 8th floor, and then it would move towards the south side of the roof there.
Who is we? You and who?
Basically, those who were enrolled in that CIA-directed program.
How many?
Well, my training group at College of the Siskiyous in 1980 were 10 teenagers, including Brett and I, 5 of whom we've identified by name, one of whom is currently serving as the 44th President of the United States. So there's this presidential linkage to the Jump Room program.
Barry Soetoro.
Barry Soetoro, now known as Barry Obama, the woman that he appointed the first woman to direct DARPA, Regina E. Dugan, was one of our classmates.
DARPA, huh? And so that pulls DARPA.
Yeah.
Right,
well, actually, it was an offshoot of Pegasus under DARPA, but it was a CIA program. In fact, today I'm going to be revealing the identity of a former director of Central Intelligence that Bernard Mendez and I met on the surface.
Wow.
So we're dealing with 5 people, young people we can identify. Bernard Mendez was the DOD investigator.
We just talked to him they keep cutting us on the internet, and we went with cell phone. We had nightmares, but we have to fly him in. And he's under pressure, mind control, and all the attacks. And
yeah, he was dropped into our program as an investigator to determine what we were doing. For example,